What's up, ladies and gentlemen?
George Sewell, whether it's upon your
To enlarge your frequency, to alter your consciousness, to higher your mind, to transcend abundant deprivation, to ascend to this lesser here on earth. Invite one spirit here now, not delaying time. Before we can recalibrate our aging processing, first you must understand what age or ages is in this present now. Our relationship as we embrace our humanity, our animalistic, our divine mind sublime within this incredible time. So within the relationship and as a human and our remote ancestors has been consuming animals since time immemorials. However, the modern Western diet has prioritized muscle meat. Meathead, in other words, is a term that misconceptions for the muscle brain power of our reticular activation system as we filter out what is unnecessary, what is negatives. Because spotting a person and just calling the person meathead, that's really unnecessarily. But anyways, now that we bring this to our attention, now this brings to the subject matters that prime in our cognitive processing, cognitive consciousness as cognitive apparatus, we filter out with our reticular activation system because we might have not. As we priming our cognitive consciousness, acquiring knowledge and with experience, wisdoms, and understanding knowledge through thoughts and progressions, disciplines, and learning. That's the bliss. That's the wisdom through experience and the senses to accelerate our mind, ascending our mind above the deprivations, right? And as we accelerate our mind from primitive state to mitigate from it to more of holistic openness and with the food of love, food for thoughts, streaming in strength training, streaming in the ocean of earth, ground in peaceful word spirits, oneself empathy and compassion's kindness, the kindred spirits, and you are attractive. With the attractiveness, when the weight no longer exists, you'll be light like a feather, and you no longer want to wait for something that is no longer serve you. So for something that is not even there presently with you, as we exist since time immemorial, we became the present. We became the animals highest in the kingdom of animals, smartest, intelligent with our intellectual. So we can consume raw vegetables. We can dip into that sauce, the Asian finest, juicy, scrumptious, highest in the height, in the zenith, in the lifestyle, balance, equilibrium, as we do be the human, healthier living, consisting of the 80-20% principle, that rule of vegetarian veganism and vegetarians, veganism. So whatever we consume in the alkaline 80% and the acid food within the 20% contained within that module of 80-20 rules form unarguably best diet practice and to live by peaceful warrior, because within the 80-20, right, the 80% we can consume whatever it is that is more in the rule of our beings. Because why I say rules, because we want to set what is best for us. It's the best dietary practice and to live by, right? And the 20% you can consume chips or whatever it is that is within the balance, so we can always eat whatever we want to eat without disconnecting ourselves, so we can reconnect ourselves with oneself, whether you are on a journey for self-discovery, self-development, spirituality. Food consumption is recalibrate our aging process. Food consumption is what make our energy and if not lethargic, right? So in other words, we can lie down, take a nap, sit down cross-legged in full lotus or half lotus position or seated and just samadhi meditations. As we infuse our biologically nature, can we apply this now as you are slowly transcending, making the way, making that journey within oneself without being discriminated, without being afraid. You know, sometimes you might need to take that leaps, just like the squirrel. It's gonna jump one branch to another. It take that a little bit of sacrifice. It take that a little bit of calculated risk and jump and handle in energy as it transmute itself and catapult itself from one tree to another and grasp onto it. That is the channeling energy within ourselves as we transmutation of energy from the root chakra all the way up to the crown of the head. It's not a secret, it is a welcoming to all to explore deep within our reservoir, to the truly in oneself, in the core, as we adore, as peaceful warrior, reveal the secrets of three pillars: mind, heart, spirits, and the spices of attitude nice. As we've been consuming the super fruits and food since childhood, when mother makes such delicious foods back then when we were young, and we can still have that memories because it is instilled in us. So within that kind of a liberations, that the celebration of the success of small winning as we consume daily, we want to make sure it is consistent, large contain of raw veggies to live by the 80-20 rules, the 80% of alkaline, 20% of acid, that not all that great, but we want to balance it out. Before the fruitarian emerged, gratitude was there for mother and godmother and godfather and gods and all the humanitarians, all those who all around with the blessing within the word, ignite some bomb alternative recipes, ignite some of those bomb let life live. It's a dynamic cooking with the many greeny, leafy, and even fruits in mix with all type of holistic. When cooking, we add some fruits. It's an experimental pizza with pineapple, right? Since then, we always been having foods contain of not just veggie but fruits. It's that type of holistic food that's conscious consumption that well nourished and well prepared for balance to make the transition for healthier lifestyle. Now here, not delaying time, becoming the prime reason and priming our mind, right? Instead of primitive state. It's the reason to share this experience with you. As peaceful warrior, the wisdom with experience, the knowledge that consumption is consuming within the fruits, within the books, and that many more to come, and yet to arrive. You reduce, but every time you consume the fruit of knowledge, the fruits of wisdom, you know you're reducing the inflammation within your body, decreasing the risk prone to disease or cancer or stress. Weight issue? Nah. It's about the progressions, disciplines from low vibration to self-love, from self-hate. We transcend higher consciousness, sending positive pranic food. Because you're worthy. You are worthy of all the wonderful, vibrant food. It's the consciousness highest form of existence, ascending the positive pranic food. Delivering vibrations, ultimate improving the spark of sweat when we go through the flow in movement, in moment, time and time. As we through it all, we gain the muscle, the kinetic change, the martial art, fancy movements, the summoning, peaceful warrior, right? The gathering, the peaceful warrior, the creations, peaceful warrior, 333, Panya, wisdom, pinnacle, weak to the zenith, the top, the paramount of our existence within the mind, right? The pillars, this the monument, is this the concrete of peaceful warrior, the main vein elements of self-love. The fruits is a staple forevermore, and nuts was there with beans for proteins and vegetables at all times. This is the source of protein, the main from the enzyme from the sun ray that beaming that direct light onto the plant before we consume with all the vitamins and minerals that's needed necessarily, not from the cow that is dead meat that we consume from, assuming that's the only protein. That's not the first source, the second source. Let me tell you why that is. All right, the source of the protein with tofu, soy drink, and rice was sufficient energy. Recalibrating our aging process, now the reverse engineering age process coming to form the pillars, the concrete pillars, to sustain the body. It is the first pillar to be successful, right? We prolong the lifespan. One must eat and chew. It is universal truth. The second pillar is smoothie. What do I mean by this? Most food we need to break down, grinding with our output forces, orbiting our force, the brutality as we bite and tears, straining up to rip and grips and just tear it up, the skin, the meat, the bone, the flesh, right? Release. as we release another beings, literally and metaphorically speaking, but that what kept us alive when we didn't know any better. The truth is this. Most people think that it's always going to be this way. It's always going to be that way. Or it has been that way all along. Yeah, but you know what? We can change. Nothing is permanent. Nothing is set in stone. Age process. This is about reverse engineering. This is about reversing our aging process. And it's always been that the lights want to shine the lights upon the darkness so the dark can see as it reveals. It's something that is good for you. Seriously, the synchronicity, it is the blossoming of the fruits. It is the heaven point of view. That is the definition of coming alive. That is the living among the equal family, among everyone. And the people with the power of love sent from above, heaven gates open and are welcoming. It is the gate of heaven, open-minded wide, arms wide open, welcoming. It is the peaceful warrior in the Garden of Eve. We can change for the betterment while we still here on earth. And when we have time, or we create and make that time, set the schedule to do what is necessary that we came here to do, to be what it is that we are meant to be, and to seek the quest, to conquer the journey within the life trajectory, to find a calling, the passion, the calling, right? What is the calling? What is calling you? The hunches, the intuitions, something that's greater than just work. Because anybody can work, right? If it's that you want to do that is beneficial for one and all, is that calling. Because we are integrally connected collective consciousness, the alternating currents. And it's the alternative formulation. The alternative formulations at with the 80-20 rules. It's the vegetarians, Panya, pinnacle pillars, peaceful warrior, dietary practice that add into the smoothies. So for those who doesn't want to eat veggies, drink that veggies, you get all necessarily and fighting the immunity, because liquid can be used substitute for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Not the protein powder that's substitute for meal replacement. No. If it is, you need to add some more of those fruits or vegetables in with the protein powder, right? And it will help serve the benefit of your well-being. It is the depending on the day, mood, and feeling of the stomachs. If it's hungry, you serve it, you feed it. Or after training, to replenish with entire protein drink or solid food. Simply sip on that smoothie on the go. Most day, after training, the scoop of protein powder mixed with fruits and veggies. Yes, lace it up with yogurt or whatever it is that is good for you to drink, right? But again, it's not a meal replacement. It is, however, good after training when you need the energy, it's the sufficient energy to sustain your body when it's breaking down the muscle. You need to repair itself, right? To rejuvenate as our body recuperates and our minds relax in the sensation of just life and breathe the breath. Don't forget the fruits and veggies. Veggies is optional if you want some taste bud, and blend it in the ninja grinders. In the evening, I eat mainly cooked meal with a portion of raw vegetables, salads, usually cooked vegetarian meals or fruitarians with fruits, right? And some sweet as dessert every now and then. That is 80-20. Don't restrict yourself if you're living, because you're not competing. If you're competing, that's a different story. So the pinnacle of the pillars of the peaceful warrior dietarian will have experiencing amazing result to our marvelous mind helping and our magnificent physique, right? Truly, test out. It's not a theory. It will benefit you tremendously. It is the truly alive spirits live, come up. It just naturally elevated. It is the aliveness. It is the amazing phenomena. However, it might have some scientific explanation, significantly changes our DNA that has to do with the peaceful warrior. the three pillars of mind, heart, and spirits of the systems. As fruitarians, the lover of life, enjoying fruits greatly, generously, and the green leafy veggies and nutrition nuts, the mightiest green are superfood. Dip it in with the kurung, dip it in with the sauce, have it with some rice. Because superfood in terms of amino acid, that are the building blocks for proteins, molecules. Regain back the natural color of our hair, regain the nails, straightening up the nails, improving our eyesight, right? We want to see the carrots. Hey, what's up, dog? You know what I'm saying? Because we consume the vegetable. We won't have to see dogs or doctors. Doctors, what's going on? My eyesight's back. What's up? Gain a muscle without working out 7 days a week. However, fighting. You can do every day as long as it is less weight, body weights. You can. However, the momentum flourish without stagnation is the contagious. It is continuous. It is progressions. It is the challenges to see changes as the sculpture of our physique, as the masterpiece in progress to reach the pinnacle in the pillars of our success, to reach the pinnacle physique performance. It is engaging the flow through the momentum, through the day by day, the lotus posture, half lotus, full lotus. It is the peaceful warrior must and will practice daily. With the peace of mind and love at heart, there's never a day without lapse. A day has to be congruent to one practices in life. For younger years, and my younger day, until present now, recollecting this phantom long abs, cubic wide physique has memories. That's the most important things. Because the body is just the physique, the elements of earth, fire, wind, and water that we have greatly appreciated for, right? Mother Nature. And within the mind, the marvelous mind, is the memories that every time when you and I, we give it a chance to regain back its form, the plasticity, to learn more, to consume more. It seemed like the amino acid in the green smoothie give body a good chance to revitalize. Even little extra exercises will give you that push, the feeling, the gratitude to excel in whatever it is that you're desire for, shooting for, aiming for, the goals. Because otherwise you'll be lean, no muscle, just lean like a runner if you don't consume vegetables, if you don't exercises. I have run, I give it a go with body weights movements, and the result is leanness. That is because it is just weight and yoga, martial arts, right? And dances too. But if you're also hitting the weights, you're putting some lean muscle mass. So that's just something that, to each their own, whatever your desired goal is, I can take you there. As we can imagine, as I can only imagine what result as an athletic or a body sculpture, the builder of our foundation, mind, heart, spirits, we could achieve with the height, with the help of green smoothie, with the integration with healthy lifestyle as fruitarians. Vegetarians or vegan, right? Or pescatarian, flexitarian, welcome all is the veganism. It's a new revolution. It is, isn't it? It is the millennials who are rising. It is the millennials that is supportive of animals, compassion, empathy. Veganism is the foundation transitions to that propel itself of humanity. Veganism is the foundation of transition to that propel itself human, our humanity. Humanitarian is evolution, it's propelling. It is keep on going. It is like the mind running and thriving. And thus we cultivate awareness. We let life lives. Enough to understand, awaken to the factual geometrically truth, knowing where food came from with compassion, your own benefit. When we know, when we feel, when we have the compassions, knowing where the food coming from, knowing where it has been and what karmic effect it will cause, that is the karmic effect of food consumption. Is what you eat. It is the byproducts if you purchase from the store. Times has changes, so choose wisely with love at heart. You have choices, so choose wisely with love at heart. This is what make a difference. This within elevating your mind, heightening the mind, seeing the world not from one dimensional mind, right? We can see the differences between our alter mind, where the world is from the slavish herds. You can be freer. You can lessen the ego. You can be in the eco family. You can fly and soar like an ego instead of the little small ego. So truth sounds kind of harsh, but it's harsh to get bashed by other people as well, that we have to be and stay centered and strong and calm and centered in the midst of all chaos. And the whirling or the massive, that there's going to be the individual, the peaceful warrior. I don't expect you to understand what I'm trying to say here, or what I'm trying to convey the message, because within the heaven gates is welcome all to experience, to learn, to grow, to elevate the mind, to rise the consciousness, right? And elevate and ascending from the deprivations, from the despair, from the pain and suffering. There will be some pain, but it will be less sin. So you will feel more aliveness, with more appreciations, with happiness without the conditions, because love, unconditional love, is where the truth happiness is. It's a blessing. Have you missed it? Only if you're open and receptive to it, you will receive it within this reticular activating system will filter what is not good, what is unnecessarily. Aliveness is the result. Meaning that consumption of foods is the karmic effect will cost the psyche. And within the 3 pillars of fruits, nuts, and veggies, more so the veganism, pescatarian, the flexitarians, right? There are the veganists in transition from less than meat, right, to be the options, vegetarian, or vegan. That is a wellness for yourself within the immunity, to be strengthened up within the mind, to be more compassion, empathy, and loving. And you will feel as energized as one can be. We were plugged into the sources of extra power within our reservoir. We get to generate from the energy within ourselves, right? And we start to perform better at our jobs, at our businesses, at our passions, at our free times. And we're going out for dancing in the evening. We are going out learning. We are being in tune with ourselves. We are doing what it is that we are here to do. And give yourself times, patient practice, and give the green smoothie a go. Right? Have the amazing power of the alkaline within the body, and thus bring more oxygen to the cell, right? Because the oxygen is needed, it's essential to exchange our oxygen when we in the nature as well too. And it is the biggest source of energy is from our own breath. And it's freely, right? It is the greatest detoxifier. It is the metabolism booster and healers as we breathe, thereby bringing in more of that cleanness of air as we breathe in deeply and circulating. We exchanging the freshness of air and breathe out the toxic air that we've been sleeping during our day when we're not aware. So when we are aware, awake, we want to breathe with conscious awareness about the changes within our lifestyle. You can become better in this journey of the life trajectory and take you to a whole new level of awareness in over the horizon that we may not even see yet. But when we become to it, be it, and love it with the passion fruits that already that is there waiting for us, we, hell yeah, heaven yeah. Once you reach to the new horizon, the new zenith, this is going to be the next one of higher one, the passion fruits that's already there waiting for you to consume, for you human have consumed animals, translate to meat, right? We call it food, but food is fruits and veggies and medicine to serve the body. Something to contemplate about. So hear me out one more time, telling you about giving you a reason why not to, not forcing you, not infringing this on you. We just telling you this with the intention to stop aging, to reverse engineering with the mind capacity, right? Recalibrate our aging process in our physiology, and vegetable, fruits, and nuts are medicine, are food, unless you want to eat dead meat. So as we caring for you wholeheartedly, asking yourself, how old will you be until you grasp this fundamental, subtle way of the world, that matrix mirage illusions that we are living in, it can be received with both open arm, open mind, receptive to it, take to it, contemplate about it, love it. It can be received with open heart and mind. Your life, not mine. Change your thoughts. Life's transforming way. You may be loving unconditionally. Imagine to be whatever it is that you imagine to be. It can transform your life once you change the way you see things. In the process, discovering who you are, you may become once the old self desolate. Happiness, the outcome. The new you, the aliveness. Forgiveness is the breakthrough. Forgiveness is a breakthrough. You are the truth of yourself. You, thus, you are the one. That being said, peaceful warrior, peaceful warrior, allow yourself to fully express gratitude of 3 pillars. One being the fruitarians. That's a lifestyle. 2, being the veganism, vegetarians, fruitarians. We allow the flexitarians, the pescatarians, habits, and 3 vegan options, right? The choice is yours as we begin our guts, our intuitions. As we cleanse our guts, it is necessary, it is imperative that our guts literally as well too has cleansed our digestive systems, has improved once we change the way we consume, the way we perceive things. If you have irregular bowel movements, green smoothie will solve it. It is definitely going to solve this problem for you. On top of that, green smoothie will clean your colon from mucus and whatever food is remaining that tend to accumulate over a period of time, and becoming a good platform for unhealthy bacteria and fungi to thrive. So, sounds pretty disgusting, right? So now you know what you need to do. Of course, there are some other ways to detoxify colon, like colonic therapy, salty water flushes, coffee, enemas, 100% raw vegans diet is excellent choice as well too. But to use the green smoothie seem to be one of the easiest way, because you just toss it in the blender grinder and throw in the protein powder, water, H2O, and you're good to go. And the chlorophyll in greens has amazing cleaning possibilities. With green, you can do a whole lot. Eco-family. Less chemical. And with green smoothie, you can even clean it. Clean what? Clean it. Clean your body, clean your mind, clean your kitchen. You don't believe me? Give it a try. When a clean smoothie, you can use that to wipe the countertop. With green smoothie on the surface, and it becomes the cleaning objects to clean whatever it does need to be cleaned, and it cleansed. The next day, just like when you consume it, it cleans your colons. It's simply that simple. Use a regular towel and water, it get clean. And watch what happened. The same cleaning effect chlorophyll is known to have on blood vessels. The chlorophyll is green pigments present in all green plants, in cyanobacteria, responsible for the absorptions of lights. As you are lights, the positive energy, so the absorption of light is also provided the energy for photosynthesis from the cyanobacteria responsible for that absorptions. It is the molecule containing magnesium atoms held in the phosphorine rings. It is important to know that the detoxification of digestive tract might be followed by diarrhea and gas for some weeks until gut's flora adjusts to new type of food. Because I was already on mainly raw diet, I did not have this discomfort. However, many have been eating only cooked food before, and it may take 3 weeks to adjust. until your body get acclimated to consuming the new freshness of fruits and vegetable. That's the reason why the 80-20 rules, to balance it out for equilibrium, for balance of your mind so you won't get discouraged. So this is a step-by-step process for you to take and make it. The 3 weeks transformation transitions is adapt to acclimate to the seed desired result. Result doesn't come overnight. It takes some time to practice and patience with yourself. From my understanding with love, vice versa, with love, there is connection of the clarity, knowing, because you love your body, you love your mind, you love your spirits. You are the ownership, knowing of this relationship within yourself, with nature elements of earth, fire, wind, and water, and consciousness, right? It is the electromagnetic field within this spectrums has proven that the body, this magnificent body here, it is the best intelligence and the best magnificent, the best doctor of itself, the intelligent nature, as we begin the soul spirits, the astral in our vessel, in this body, in this physique. Once you give all the necessary nutrition with love and affection for your body, because the mind loves it, it knows what to do. Hence, stop aging. Now recalibrate our aging process. That's how you do the aging process of this physique. Maybe the body will not be able to solve all your problems all at once, but it will definitely do. It will slowly, gracefully, doing the aging process on its own automatically, including the mind as well too. As we age, we cannot stop the process of wrinkle and stuff like that. That's just the way it is. But with times, it'd be able to just slow down. Slow down. It's not going to stop. It's not aging, accelerating in the exponentially vastness of this universe. But the best it can be, like there's no other ways, it won't. It will. Definitely. Indefinitely. It is irrefutable law that is miraculous life force. Does so with the particular elements of this divine sublime mind. It is rejuvenated to the pinnacle pillars of our existence. And there's no way that it won't, because it will. It will bring forth the aging process as we consume with mindfulness. So drop a like, subscribe. Much love. Peace of mind. Love of heart.